What is your future self and why does it matter? Is it just some woo woo term that manifestation teachers are throwing around? Or is there something to learn about your future self and from your future self? In this video, I'm going to talk all about what your future self is, how you can actually connect with them, and what you stand to gain by doing so. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Nicole, and around here, we are all about shifting your subconscious, healing your past conditioning, and creating your most fully expressed, limitless life. If that's what you want to do, then make sure to hit subscribe. So, what is your future self? Your future self is the expanded, wiser version of you that is free from the conditioning, the limiting beliefs, the gunk that you've picked up along the way of living your life. Now, I want to share a quote from this book, The Structure of Magic. It says, "Our representation of the world determines to a large degree what our experience of the world will be, how we perceive the world, what choices will we see available to us as we live in the world." So the point of this is that there could be two versions of you. In the quantum field, there are infinite versions of you. And you've got the one that maybe you're living in now that has gone through the exact experiences that you've been going through and has a view, has certain things that you're going to notice, opportunities that you're going to notice available to you that are colored by your past experiences. And then there is the alternate version, the version who, had all the ideal conditions that did not pick up the same gunk and sees a vastly different reality than the version that you're currently living. So, when we're talking about connecting with your future self, it can also be looked at as learning to embody the version of yourself that does not have those same pieces of conditioning. It's almost like you can play the game of being a character, being a persona, a version of you that is freer, that is bolder, that is more audacious. And so, as you can connect to this most audacious version, you start to see the world differently. You start to become that just through action. This higher self acts as a compass that guides you toward the things in life that you want the most that feel out of reach for your current reality. Now, here's where it can start to feel a little like conceptual and hard to grasp. I've done so many future self meditations over the course of my life, and often I feel like this current version of me is trying to paint the picture and trying to tell me what I think future me is wanting to tell me. And I struggle with actually feeling like it's getting me anywhere. I'm faking it. And I'm not faking it in a way that like I'm embodying it. I'm just putting on a mask and hoping that it works. Like hoping, okay, my future self says to just do the thing. And my future self says to be brave and show up and pursue that path that seems like it's the most likely. That's not helpful. And I want to share with you something that I have found to be the almost like the entry point to the portal towards my future self. So imagine, if you will, that you are your future self. Like, let's just imagine we're watching it on a movie. There is a movie about you living your dream life. And how would you feel in your dream life as you look back at you now? So let's not say what were all the steps that you took, but looking back at yourself now, would you feel a sense of gratitude for where you are? Like the highest version of you, the future self that has everything you dream of, she sees the journey that it took to get there. She sees, like, wow, dang, I really did it. And she feels gratitude. So if you can start to practice gratitude in a way that is that you already have it, and it's not just gratitude. I feel like there's been so many meditations I've done over the many years where it's practicing visualizing the thing I want and feeling gratitude for having it. But what started to help me connect to my future me is having gratitude for me right now, the me that is pushing through, that's showing up when it feels like it's not working, that is relentless in my commitment to create a reality beyond what feels tangibly available. So it's not just like, wow, I'm so grateful I have the thing. Wow, I'm so grateful for the many zeros in my bank account. Wow, I'm so grateful that all of the clients came in. Or wow, I'm so grateful the love of my life is here. But wow, I'm so grateful for you, Nicole, because you are the one that made this happen. And my God, that's just amazing. Thank you so much for creating this. Then I feel the goosebumps come up because I am overcome with gratitude for me right now, the creator of my dream. And I want to share a practice with you that I have found to be one of the most epic in connecting me with that feeling that is almost the heaven on earth that I'm wanting to create. The wow, look at what I've done. And it's future bragging. When you future brag, you are actually embodying the version of you that has what you want, and you are sharing with somebody how grateful you are for the version of you that got you here. And you can do this for yourself, but what's really incredible is if you can find someone to be a witness to this version, it amplifies that energy and it can be so magnifying. I have found myself in tears over future brags. I've found myself getting full body chills, cellular upgrades from embodying as I speak my truth into existence. So Joe Dispenza talks about when you sit into meditation, your job is to practice feeling a feeling that you want to feel. And then you want to be able to leave that meditation changed by that experience, that you've practiced that feeling so that it becomes more and more integrated into who you're being. He says we practice feelings every day, but often they are the feelings that we don't want, the stress, the worry, the lack, the fear. And we're constantly stewing in the chemical process of those feelings that we don't want. And so when we sit in meditation, we want to practice feeling the feelings we want, the gratitude, the generosity, the inspiration, and feel those so deeply that as we get out of that meditation, we leave change. Our chemical makeup has shifted and alchemized into what we want. And so when we do a future brag, that gives us an opportunity to stew in the feelings that we desire to create and to do so with a witness. And one thing that I really love doing is sending these as voice notes to people that I really trust to hold the vision with me, because then I can actually reference it at later points. And so I want to share a future brag for me so that you can get a feel for this. So at the time of recording, I have 58 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and YouTube has been something that I have been like tiptoeing into, tiptoeing out of, thinking about it, trying to map it out, trying to be perfect before I do it. And finally, over the past month, I've been just doing the damn thing and really feeling so much gratitude for this version of me that is audaciously showing up amidst the fear, because damn girl, you're doing it. And future me thanks you. So I'm going to future brag that I made it. And you're going to see how this alchemizes. So right now I'm playing around. And I just want to share with you, all 100,000 subscribers. I never saw this coming. I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Each friend that subscribed when I said, I'm going to do this thing and I feel so silly, but will you just subscribe so I can like have a couple subscribers? And then it just started to grow. And the more I saw comments and the more strangers took a moment to say something about any tiny impact that I made in your life, the more I realized that my dream could be big and that I could actually make an impact. And I realized that all that we're all doing is trying to create something in the world and hoping, honestly, that we can be appreciated for it. And seeing you all show up here, seeing this grow into something that is far bigger than little old me thought would be possible. A million times thank you. A million times thank you. I am grateful for every freaking one of you because you're letting me live my dream. And I hope that something in the work that I'm doing helps encourage you to live your dream, because I want to be a stand for all the times that someone told you you needed to be realistic, and to say, forget realistic. Be bold. Be so freaking big, and don't let anybody tell you what's available to you. Thank you for being here from the bottom of my heart. The thing about this practice of future bragging is that it starts to get you familiar with the feeling in a way that is tangible enough that then you can bring that into visualization. I'm not always the person who's good at visualization. I can't always see the thing that I'm trying to create or that I'm wanting to see. But the more I practice the feelings, the more I can bring those feelings into my meditation. And then the more I see those feelings spilling out. For example, as I've been connecting with this future self of mine, I found myself just feeling all that gratitude for the me now. And then I was on my way to a friend's wedding, and I was driving a U-Haul to help out, and I found myself just in awe, like, this friend group that I have, I am so lucky. I am so moved that I get to be a part of this, of supporting somebody for creating her dream day. And my God, I'm so grateful. And I see that spill out there. And then I see it spill out when I go get my coffee. And everyone at Starbucks recognized me and said hi. I'm like, wow, I am so lucky. And then that lucky feeling just keeps pouring in and spilling out through my life, and becoming just the most natural thing. And it feels so embodied that, like, it's changing my chemical makeup. And so if you can practice this future brag to where then it's spilling into your meditations and you're seeing that future you celebrate you now, and then you're out in your world and you're looking at your life and you're going, wow, this is incredible. I feel so lucky to be here. You just keep up leveling your vibration towards what you dream of. So real quick, if you're watching this in September of 2025, I am currently launching my program, Your Hottest Self, which is a fun variation on the your highest self, your future self persona. It is a 3-month group coaching program where we do exactly this, where we will be taking women on a journey to close the gap between your current self and the version of you that you are creating. It is going to be the most magical container where desire alchemizes who we are now and allows us to embody everything that we want the most. I'll put the link in the description, and it's just a loving invite. So the real work of connecting with your highest self is not about thinking of the what you'll have and the who you'll have it with once you get there, but it's about recognizing that who you are now is the one who's creating everything you want, and feeling the utmost gratitude and appreciation for her. And then that's what connects you to embodying your highest self day in and day out. I'd love to hear in the comments who your future self is and how you see her today and tomorrow and every day showing up.